Are you tired of losing your favorites and the progress of your TV shows every time that you have to do an update on one of your applications in your Fire Stick, like Cinema, TeaTV, or anything else you may be using? Well, today I'm going to show you an absolutely free way to keep your favorites and your progress forever. So let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome to DFM TV. I am Dan the Firestick Man, and today I am going to show you how you can keep your favorites and the progress of your shows absolutely free forever. Now, why do we need this? I'm going to explain to you the reason why this is such a great website and it's such a great thing to do in order to keep progress of everything that's happening on your viewing experience when it comes to your entertainment. The reason is because applications like Cinema, TeaTV, or any other APK out there that you have on your Fire Stick or any other device that you may be using need updates, and sometimes these updates can come in corrupted. I mean, it is software after all, right? So when it comes in corrupted, it may require you to clear the data out of that particular application, or it may even require you to uninstall the application and reinstall the new version of it. In which case, if you have spent months building up a library of favorites, or you have spent a lot of time bench watching shows and you don't remember what season you left off on or what episode you left off on, and you clear these applications or uninstall them, all that data is completely gone, and you will have to start all over again, adding new favorites, start trying to figure out where you left off on your shows. It can get very frustrating. You want to just kind of sit down in front of your TV and click on the last thing that you were on and pick up where you left off. That's the goal. That's what everybody wants to do. So I know it's been frustrating over the years, but today I am going to show you how you're going to keep that in absolutely free. The website is called Trakt TV, and that's exactly what it's going to do. So today I'm going to show you really quick how you're going to set up an account, how you're going to activate the account, and how you're going to link it to your applications on your Fire Stick. Now, this is going to be very simple to do. You can do it on a cell phone, you can do it on a tablet, or you can do it on a computer. I'm currently in my computer, and the first thing that you need to do in whatever device that you're using, go to a web browser. So let's get started by going to a web browser. When you do, you're going to go to the URL on top, and you're going to type in Trakt TV. Now, it's spelled a little bit different. It's spelled TRAKT.TV, as you can see there. Once you type that in, again, no space, TRAKT.TV, you're going to hit enter, and it's going to take you to this website here that you see. Now, I'm going to mention a couple of things. There is a paid version of this website, but you do not need it. It does a little bit more things. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and read into that. Today we're going to be focusing on free, no money spent. It's just setting up an account. It's super easy to do, activating the account, and then linking it to your applications, and whatever favorites you already have on these applications will automatically link up to your Trakt TV account, and you will have them saved forever. Anything you remove from these applications will be removed also from your Trakt TV account, so it's going to keep up with everything that you do on these apps. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want you guys to do is I want you to click right here where it says join Trakt for free. You're going to click on that. Now, this part is pretty self-explanatory, guys. You're going to put your email address in. You're going to put a username that you like to select. You're going to put in a password, confirm that password. You're going to click on that little box here that says, I agree to the terms of use and privacy policy. And then the last thing is you're going to click on Join Trakt. When you do that, it's going to send you an email to the email that you put on the top here. You need to go to that email, you need to click on that email, and you need to click on Activate Account. It only takes a second to do. Once you click on Activate Account, it's going to allow you to log into your account, in which case you're going to come back to this website here, and you're going to sign in. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I also want to mention that I personally have 2 Trakt accounts, and you may want to do this in your house, maybe not, but I have 2 accounts because I have one for me and my wife for all the movies and shows that we love to watch, and then I have one specifically for my little ones that like watching a lot of cartoons. I didn't want to have all their favorites bundled up with mine, so I created an account just for them, and that's the account that I put on their Fire Stick in their room, or any other Fire Stick that I want to pull up their favorites from. I'll just log in their Trakt account to that particular Fire Stick, to that particular application. Okay, so the only thing is that you do require an email address for every application that I'm sorry, you require an email address for every account that you set up with Trakt TV. So that said, I'm showing you I have two here, my kiddo Trakt, this is my kids, and then mine and my wife. So I'm going to sign into that. And as you can see, I am now in the Trakt TV dashboard, okay? And this is what I see here. Now, in order to log in your applications to your Trakt TV, you need a code that the application on your Fire Stick or the device that you're using is going to give you. And that's what I'm going to show you next. So you're going to stay logged in, okay? Make sure you're logged in. You're not going to sign out. You're going to stay in this screen here. And now we're going to go over to the Fire Stick real quick. So I'm going to show you the Fire Stick. And on the Fire Stick, I'm going to go ahead and hit the home button. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the right to Cinema here. I'm going to click on Cinema. And it's already in my favorites, guys, because I wanted to show you guys that I'm not logged into my account. It's like I just installed this application for the first time, and I want to show you there's no favorites and how fast this thing works, because it's all real time, okay? So I'm going to show you, obviously, if I go to movies, you're going to see all the movies that are listed there and everything. But if I go to favorites, which is where I keep all my stuff, everything is gone, okay? So, and I'll show you here. I'll click on all, nothing there. Now, what I'm going to do, and this is the part that you're going to follow along, okay? If I wanted to back up for a second, you will go into your Cinema application, like I'm about to do now. Cinema, TeaTV, or whatever application that you guys are using, and then you're going to find the settings on it. In this case, you're going to go to the three lines on the upper left-hand side, and you're going to work your way down to settings. Once you're in settings, you're going to work down to where it says account. And then you'll notice that on the very bottom here, it says log in to Trakt TV. And that's what we're going to do. But before I click on login to Trakt TV, because the second I click on it, it's going to give me a code. Okay, that code, it is time. I think you have about a minute or a minute and a half to put in the code before it expires. So before I activate that code and it shows it to me on the screen, I'm going to go back to the website now, because there's one thing I need to do to be ready for that code. So let's go back to the website right now. And now that you're here on Trakt TV, there is no option here on the dashboard that you can click on in order to input a code. In order for you to get the code and link it to your account, you must, first step, must remain logged in. Even if you go to the URL and you type in something else, do not sign out. Just go to the URL, and here's what you're going to type in. You're going to type in Trakt, TRAKT.TV /activate, ACTIVATE. So Trakt.TV /activate, and you're going to hit enter, and it's going to take you here. Now, even though we left the dashboard and we're using the same window here to get activate, you're still technically logged in. Okay, so here now we're ready for that code that the Cinema application is going to give us. So now let's go back to the Cinema application, and now we're going to click on log into Trakt TV, as you see down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on that, and I want you to notice that there is the code under number 3, as you can see there. My recommendation also, guys, if you guys get a code that has a 0 or a no, they're very hard to tell apart. If you do, just hit the back button on the Fire Stick and click on log into Trakt TV again, and it'll give you a different code. And you're looking for a code that does not have a 0 or no, just like this one. So again, you're not going to put in my code on your end. You're going to put whatever code your application gives you. I just want to be very clear on that. This is not what you're going to, you're going to message me and you say your code is not working on my, it's not your code. This is my personal code that my Cinema just gave me. You will have a unique one to yourself once you click on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that code on there, E2A8. So let me go back to the website here, and I'll put E2A8, and the last of it is 3CBD. 3CBD. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. It's going to say you want to allow Cinema to use your account, and you're going to say yes. and then it's gonna say woohoo. Okay, pretty much that's how fast it is. And if I go back to cinema on the Fire Stick, notice that down here it says my username, my name, joined at, you know, when I first joined Trakt TV, the type that account that it is, that it's free, as you guys can see here, and private now, because I don't care if it's private or not, because people are just gonna see my favorites. I don't care. But here's the beautiful part. If I hit the back button, and the back button again, I am in my favorites. As you guys can see on the upper left hand side, it says favorites, and there's all my favorite TV shows. Then I have favorite movies. Then I have all right here, back to TV shows. There they are, guys. And just to show you again, that's how fast it works. So I'm in my favorites. There it is, right there. All my favorites are right there. And the progress of my shows are also there. For instance, my wife and I were watching Gold Rush earlier today, and we're on season 10 right now. And as you can see, we're on episode 3. That asterisk right there represents that we already seen those 2 episodes. So right now we're on season 10, episode 3, right where we left off. If we would have left off in the middle of this episode, when we clicked on it, it would have resumed right where we left off. So it's beautiful. It's right there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exit cinema, and I'm going to go over to TeaTV real quick. Now, TeaTV is not labeled as favorites. It's labeled as watch list. So I'm going to click allow, because it's like if I just installed TeaTV. All right. I'm going to hit left. And if I go down to watch list right here and I click on it, no movies and no TV shows, absolutely nothing. So now let's go back to the left, and I'm going to work my way down to settings, and then notice that right here, the very top one, it says log in to Trakt TV. Again, before I log into Trakt TV, let me go back to the website over here. And now I'm going to hit the back button, so it allows me to put in a code. And now that I'm ready for the code, let me go back to the Fire Stick. I'm going to click on login to Trakt TV, and there's my code, but it has a 0, or no, I don't know what that first one is, or the one towards the end. And because I can't tell them apart, and usually I get it wrong, I'm going to hit the back button, and I'm going to click on login to Trakt TV again. There's a different code, no zeros, no O's, 4782. Let me go ahead and put that in. 4782 and CC78, CC7A, and I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. Do you want to allow TeaTV to use your account? Hit yes. I'm going to go back to the Fire Stick, and now it says log in as DFM TV for the track. If I go back and I come back up to watch list, watch this, guys. There are my favorites, movies and TV shows. Now, the only thing here that I do want to mention, because you guys are seeing it, hey, they look a little bit different. Yes, the beautiful thing here about Trakt TV is that if you have a selection of favorites on cinema per se, and you link your account to it, it's going to save all those favorites from cinema there. Anything that you remove from your favorites, it will remove it from your Trakt account. But if you have a different selection of favorites on your TeaTV application, it's going to save those favorites specifically for TeaTV. So that's why they might look different. Before I started a second account for my kids, what I was doing is me and my wife were watching movies and selecting favorites on cinema, okay? And then when my kids wanted to watch a movie, I jump over to the TeaTV application and I selected their favorites there as well. But I figured, hey, you know what? Let me just have an account for them. That way, it's what's on their TV. We can go crazy selecting favorites. We're not specifically tying them to one application in case something goes wrong. My kids need to watch their movies. Then that way, we both have, you know, our favorites on every application. It really doesn't matter. So this is a great way to keep your stuff, guys. I hope that you guys take advantage of this and do it, and that way when the next update comes and you have to uninstall something or clear data, guess what? It's going to go ahead and take care of keeping all your stuff there. So now I can say freely. Go crazy adding favorites. Go crazy binge watching your shows and not have to worry about ever losing your progress ever again. I hope this video helped. If you guys have any questions or any issues, don't hesitate to put it in the comments below, and I will get to you as soon as possible. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it has been helpful to you. Remember that you can always leave your comments down below, and I will get to them if you have any questions or any issues. Don't forget, most important, to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell notification so you get notified every time I post one of these useful videos. I am Dan the Firestick Man, your source for entertainment. You have been watching DFM TV, and until the next video, happy streaming.